Hey there! How have you and Kevin been? Is everything going well? It's me, Edwin, reaching out to you. I hope you haven't forgotten that you still have me as your son.
Oh, hello, Edwin. How could you even think that I would forget about you? Such a thought never crossed my mind. Yes, everything is going well, just as usual. How about you? How have things been for you?
Now you're asking me how I'm doing. Yeah, I'm still doing great as the day you callously evicted me from the house when I was barely 18 years old. I still can't believe you did that to me, your own flesh and blood. You know what? I'm still trying to pick up the pieces of my life after you kicked me out. I'll never forgive you for what you did.
Edwin, I know you're angry with me for kicking you out of the house, but you must understand that I was compelled to take that action, right? You've been a troublemaker since you were a little kid, and your behavior has been causing a lot of pain and suffering for our family, especially your older brother, Kevin. I never wanted to hurt you, but I didn't know what else to do. I felt cornered. Despite my relentless efforts to instill discipline in you, you still refused to change your ways. In fact, you never showed any remorse for the wrongs you've done to others.
A troublemaker? Seriously, when will you stop exaggerating and creating unnecessary drama? Are you auditioning for a soap opera or something? I was just a child, for goodness sake. What's wrong with a child being curious and playful from time to time? Just face the truth, old woman. You evicted me from the house simply because I don't fit your golden child mold like Kevin does. Your favoritism towards Kevin has always been evident, while you treated me like worthless garbage. You utterly repulse me. The mere thought of having you as my mother makes me want to throw up.
Curiosity and playfulness? If only that were the case. But no, you weren't just curious and playful. You engaged in some of the most extreme tantrums I've ever seen from a child, without any apparent reason. It quickly escalated to name-calling, hitting, and hurling objects at those around you whenever you didn't get your way. I vividly recall an incident at TJF Fridays where you even threw a basket of fries at a waitress because you felt she took too long to bring you a refill.
Seriously, now you're criticizing me for behaving like any normal child would? I'd rather embrace my playful nature and enjoy being a regular kid instead of burying my head in books and turning into a total nerd like Kevin. To be honest, that low-life scum disgusts me. What else can he do besides groveling and pretending to be a good boy, kissing your and Dad's feet at every opportunity? I feel sick whenever I look at his hypocritical face.
Honestly, I don't believe any child would behave in the manner you did. Moreover, I have never encountered children who are chronic liars like you. You would fabricate lies to anyone, including your own parents and teachers, just to manipulate situations, evade trouble, and for sometimes no reason at all. It was truly disturbing how effortlessly you could lie, without even flinching. Your skills at deception were so convincing that there were instances where you almost succeeded in making me believe your falsehoods were true.
Oh, the same old stories, huh? That happened ages ago, like back in the dinosaur era or something. I can't believe you're still harboring resentment over that. How petty and narrow-minded you are. Next time, if you're going to criticize me, try to come up with a fresh and captivating story, all right? I'm tired of hearing the same old narratives. Besides, what's the big deal about lying anyway? I was just having a little fun with harmless fibs. It didn't cause any harm to anyone. Well, what can I expect? You're still the same pathetic old hag I knew when I was a little kid. It seems like you haven't changed a bit since then. Pathetic. You're just as useless as your dumbass favorite son, Kevin.
So, you claim that your lies didn't hurt anyone? Are you sure about that? What about that incident when you deceived Kevin into walking across that dilapidated bridge? He nearly fell into the river, risking his life if your dad and I hadn't been there in time to save him. You never felt guilty about what you did to Kevin, did you? You didn't even bother to say sorry. I'm sorry, but you're a heartless person. You could have taken your own brother's life, and you don't even care. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Oh, yeah, right. I remember that as if it happened just yesterday. Kevin, my dumbass brother, blindly believed everything I said. It was such a joy to see him step on that big hole that was meticulously covered by a bunch of leaves and almost fall through the bridge. If you and Dad came just a few minutes late, I could have had a chance to witness Kevin get carried away by the river and then disappear from my life. For good! You and Dad totally ruined my genius plan. But anyways, it's still so much fun watching that scumbag Kevin suffer.
What? You were just 6 years old back then. How could such a twisted scheme to harm your own brother even cross your mind? What's even more disturbing is the complete lack of remorse for your dreadful actions. I am truly speechless and utterly appalled, Edwin. You don't even seem human anymore.
Why should I bother feeling any remorse, honestly? Can't you be less dramatic and shut your filthy mouth for just 1 minute? Remorse is for the weak, like you and Kevin. I'm not the kind of person who wastes time on such nonsense. Years have gone by and you still act like a wet noodle soup, constantly crying and worrying over your worthless son. Good grief! You really are an irredeemable moron. Honestly, I feel lucky to have escaped from my dysfunctional family a long time ago. Otherwise, I fear my brain would have melted from the sheer stupidity I would have been subjected to.
Edwin, is this how you should speak to your own parent? It appears that even after all this time, you haven't let go of being a bully, have you? I can't believe you find joy in tormenting others, especially your own brother. He's your family, Edwin. Is this the way you're supposed to treat your own flesh and blood?
Good grief, family my ass! Why don't you wake up and face reality? Kevin is a nerd, a weakling, and a worthless piece of garbage. People like him will never do any good for society or for anyone around him. I'm ashamed to have a so-called brother like that trash Kevin of yours. Do you know what I regret the most, and still do to this day, even after I left home? It's that I didn't succeed in getting rid of a piece of trash like Kevin. Why didn't he fall through the bridge and drown or something? If he had died that day, my life would be much better now.
What? So this is what you've wanted all along? To get rid of your own brother, Kevin? Edwin, you've truly shown your true colors. Is there no limit to your cruelty? Do you even comprehend the countless times you've brought tears to both me and your brother through your despicable actions?
That's right. My one and only desire is to eliminate Kevin for good. I want him gone, out of my sight forever. That scum needs to disappear from my life. Why? It's because he's been monopolizing all of your attention. Attention that I believe I rightly deserve. Why was I always the one who faced punishment instead of Kevin? It's just not fair at all. I endured endless hours of time out, with everything I cherished taken away from me. My toys, cell phone, and every privilege. You forced me into various therapies, private schools, and even rehabilitation programs. I felt as if I was treated like a criminal or a contagious disease. And to top it all off, you even had the audacity to kick me out of the house as soon as I turned 18. What a heartless and conniving witch you are!
Do you think I wanted to resort to those actions? I had no other choice. You were constantly lying, stealing from me and your dad. and spending the majority of your time indulging in alcohol and drugs. I made every effort to reason with you, trying various approaches from gentle to tough, but you adamantly refused to correct your behavior. You didn't even bother attending your father's funeral, showing a complete disregard for your own family. You were determined to be a destructive presence, and I had no alternative but to make the difficult decision of forcing you out of the house.
Oh, goodness. You're still as nagging as ever, just like the last time we spoke. Fine, fine. Save me the sob story. I'm not here to waste my time with your nonsense. Look, I have a more serious matter to discuss with you. And it's also why I'm reaching out to you.
What? What is it that you want to say to me now? Honestly, I don't believe there's anything left to talk about between us.
Seriously? Why do you always feel the need to be so defensive towards me? I haven't done anything wrong, unlike you. Remember, you're the one who ruthlessly kicked me out of the house, and you still need to make that up to me. Listen, I've supposedly changed my ways, and I genuinely want to become a better person. But, of course, I can't possibly achieve that without your invaluable assistance, right?
Seriously? Are you absolutely certain about this sudden change of heart? After all this time, you now claim that you want to transform and become a better person? Forgive me for being skeptical, but mere moments ago, you were hurling insults and expressing your desire for your own brother's demise. Tell me, why should I place my trust in you now?
Seriously? I can't believe you would doubt your own son. When I say I've changed my ways, I really mean it, okay? Can you please stop acting like that cranky old hag I used to know? Look, I'm just going to cut to the chase now. I'm going to need you to send me $30,000 to my bank account right away.
What? $30,000? Why on earth do you need that much money? What exactly are you planning, Edwin?
I'm telling you, this has nothing to do with you. Just send me the money and I'll handle the rest. You've been nagging me to change my ways for years, and now that I'm finally doing it, you're not even willing to help me out? What kind of a mother are you? You should be ashamed of yourself. What a big hypocrite you are.
I'm sorry, but I don't have that kind of money available. And it's also highly inappropriate for you to ask for such a large sum of money from me. Besides, let's not forget the reason why I stopped sending you money in the first place. It was because I discovered that you were once again squandering my hard-earned money on drugs and alcohol. Please, Edwin, refrain yourself from continuing down that destructive path. I genuinely don't want to witness you ruin your own future.
You're such a pain in the neck. I bet you're still poverty-stricken like you've always been since my father died, aren't you? That's why I told you to erase all of your memories about my pathetic dad and go out there and find yourself a new husband who you can rely on financially. I must admit, you look younger than your age. I'm sure you'll still be able to find yourself some hotshot CEO or millionaire.
I appreciate your concern, Edwin, but I'm good. I'm happy being on my own, and I'm perfectly capable of taking care of myself without having to rely on anyone.
Oh, come on. Stop acting so high and mighty. I can help you. I have connections with some of the most reliable matchmakers in town. I'm sure I'll be able to find some wealthy men who would pay $1,000 just to have fun with you, if you catch my drift. However, I'm not doing it for free, you know. I expect a fair percentage in return. It's the common law of reciprocity.
Excuse me, Edwin? Did I hear you correctly? Are you actually suggesting the idea of exploiting your own mother? I must say, that's not only utterly disgraceful, but deeply disturbing.
Now you are making a big deal out of nothing again. Come on, how can you even think of saying no to the brilliant idea I just proposed? You're missing out on a huge opportunity to make a lot of money in a short amount of time. I'm not even asking for a large commission. A 50-50 split will be fine.
Look, Edwin, your behavior is simply intolerable. Unless you genuinely show signs of improvement and change from within, I have no desire to have any further contact with you.
Ashley? Mom? Are you there? Answer me immediately. I urgently need to talk to you about something. It's an emergency.
Emergency? What's going on? Please, don't tell me that you've once again managed to find yourself in trouble and now require my assistance. I'm getting frustrated with the fact that you keep landing in hot water and expecting me to fix it. I know that if I keep bailing you out, you'll never learn to take responsibility for your own actions.
Please, stop getting defensive and acting like a shrew whenever you see a text from me, stupid old hag. Look, you don't have to worry because I won't ask you to bail me out of jail anymore. I've been in and out of jail quite a few times, and it's starting to get boring. There's something I want to ask you. According to my trusted source of information, Kevin was just promoted to vice director in his company, right? I know it's true, but I just want to double check. Better safe than sorry, you know.
What? How do you know about that? Who told you?
Don't act so surprised. You know I have eyes and ears everywhere in this tight-knit community. Don't think I don't know anything about you and your son. In fact, I know your every move. So don't even think of hiding anything from me. I'll figure everything out sooner or later.
Look, Edwin, whether or not your brother got promoted is none of your business. Please mind your own. I'm not obliged to inform you about Kevin. You have never cared about him. So why do you now?
You think you're so tough, old woman? Well, let me tell you something. You're not as tough as you think you are. I know everything about you and your son's personal life, so don't even think about trying to hide anything from me. I suggest you wise up and tell me the truth, even though I already know everything.
And what if I chose to not tell you anything? What are you going to do about it?
Why are you so stubborn, you cranky old woman? Don't force me to resort to stronger measures. I swear, I'll make you suffer like you have never done before.
Do as you please. Just be mindful that I'm not going to hesitate to call the police on you. So try me.
Fine. I'm going to cut to the chase and tell you what I want. I need you to transfer $100,000 to my bank account right now. But don't be too quick to judge me. That money is meant to facilitate a crucial business endeavor of mine.
$100,000. Really? Do you seriously believe that I'm going to send you that substantial amount of money? That's a ridiculous request. Please stop daydreaming and get your feet back on the ground, Edwin. We all know the answer to your request, and that's a strong no.
Why not? Why are you so stingy towards your own son? Come on, Kevin is now earning a significant income, and I'm sure he has been providing you with a great portion of his earnings, hasn't he? There's no doubt about it. Rather than hoarding all that wealth for yourself and indulging in your self-centered desires, why not share it with me? As a member of the family, it seems only fair that I receive something from Kevin as a gesture of appreciation.
A gesture of appreciation? What debt does Kevin owe you exactly? All you've done is torment him, making his life miserable. You're not even worthy of being his brother. All you ever cared about is yourself.
Don't you see the bigger picture here? It's all thanks to me that Kevin got this far in life. I didn't just bully him for the sake of it. I wanted to toughen him up so that he could become a strong and independent man, ready to face the cruel world out there. In other words, I'm the reason for Kevin's success, so he should be thanking me for that. See how thoughtful and considerate I am? Honestly, I gotta give myself credit for having such a big heart. I don't ask for much, you know, just a modest sum of $100K. I'm sure he has enough to spare.
Stop being irrational, Edwin. You cannot justify your cruel treatment of your own brother as a means of toughening him up. Look, I've been sending you $1,500 every month for the last 2 years to help you with your rent, and you promised that you would use that money to find a job. But it's clear to me that you haven't bothered to find a job or become financially independent. Instead, you've been showing up at my house and causing all kinds of trouble for me and your brother. And it's unacceptable. If you want to continue receiving money from me, you need to start acting like an adult and taking responsibility for your own life. That means finding a job, getting your own place to live, and cutting out the toxic behavior. If you're not willing to do those things, then I'm sorry, but I can't help you anymore.
Yeah, continue underestimating me if you wish, but mark my words, you will come to regret it. So you want me to have a job? Very well. I'm doing exactly as you want me to. You see, I'm in the process of establishing my own company, but I'm currently facing a financial shortfall. That's why you need to transfer 100K to my bank account to help me out financially. Come on. Considering Kevin's prominent position as vice president, I know money shouldn't be a problem to you.
Are you serious about establishing your own company? Creating a company is a significant undertaking and should not be taken lightly.
Of course I'm being dead serious. For the last few months, I've been reflecting a lot about my life and my past behaviors. I've come to the realization that I was wrong. I behaved badly towards you and Kevin. I let you two down. And I want to do everything in my power to make it up to you and him. That's why I am determined to start a new chapter in my life by going on the right path, starting with opening a business of my own.
Oh, really? I'm at a loss for words right now. If you truly mean what you just said, then I'm genuinely overjoyed for you, and I'm willing to support you all the way.
Oh, goody! Let me send you my bank account number so you can transfer the money directly to it. Of course, I need to receive the money ASAP, and by that, I mean right this very second. There's no time to waste! You know my company operates in a very competitive field, so every day that passes means I'm losing more and more potential clients.
Now, let's not get ahead of ourselves, young man. I still think that $100,000 is a bit steep, and I'm sure that Kevin doesn't have that kind of money lying around either. I might be willing to lend you $10,000 for my savings, but first you need to answer a few questions for me.
What questions? Are you serious? I already told you that I want to change, but you're still trying to make things difficult for me. Who do you think you are, interrogating me like I'm a criminal? What can I expect? A nagging old harpy like you will never change.
I can't believe you're using that tone to talk to your own mother again. Remember, you're asking me for money, so please be more polite.
Yeah, whatever. I knew you would be skeptical of my idea and ask me millions of stupid questions. I've already prepared myself for that, so go ahead and ask me.
What is the nature of your business? Do you provide products or services? If so, what exactly are they?
My business? Well, you don't need to understand all the details. Just know that it's one of the most trending businesses in the world that has the potential to help me generate millions of dollars a year with ease. Not only that, it's also a very humane business, as it will help to provide hundreds of job opportunities for my friends who are ex-prisoners and probationers.
That's great to hear. I'm genuinely proud of you for starting a business that will help the less fortunate secure employment. It's really a noble cause.
See, I told you that you would like the idea, but that's not all. As for me, the esteemed CEO of the company, I don't even have to lift a finger to do anything. My one and only job is to count money, and nothing else.
Honestly, Edwin, I do want to help you with your business, but I still sense that something is off. Could you please be more specific about what you sell or provide to your customers?
Are you for real, old bag? You are such a nag! Why are you pushing me to answer all sorts of stupid questions?
I'm sorry, but I cannot simply hand over my money without having a clear understanding of where it will be allocated or how it will be utilized.
Okay, fine. You win, old woman. I'm planning to open a loan shark operation in combination with a gambling business. This way, I'll be able to lend money to gamblers at very high interest rates. Can you see? It's a very promising business. I'm pretty sure I'm going to make big bucks in just a few months.
Oh my god. Are you kidding me? You just got out of jail. And now you want to start a loan sharking and gambling business? That's insane. I'm not going to help you with this crazy scheme. And I think you should give it up.
How dare you decline me? You're the one who encouraged me to get a job, and now that I'm about to have a business of my own, you're just gonna crush it?
I would be more than happy to support you if you're considering starting a legitimate business. However, it's clear that you're not going in that direction. I'm not going to repeat myself, Edwin. I won't send you any money, and that's final.
What? You selfish and conniving wench! Just wait and see. I'm going to make you pay for what you did to me. When are you going to send me the money I asked for, you piece of trash? I specifically told you to transfer me $100,000. But where is the money now? You can't just go back on your words like that, you scoundrel. I know. You're probably in the hospital, taking care of your useless invalid son. Ha 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 ha!
What are you talking about, Edwin? Your brother is completely fine. Seriously, why do you keep wishing bad things for him? I don't understand why you would hate him. What has he ever done to you?
What? Kevin is completely fine? He's not injured or anything?
What do you mean, Edwin? Something bad was supposed to happen to your brother?
That piece of trash is still alive? Unbelievable! After all of my efforts!
Edwin, you're acting really strange. Did you play any malicious tricks on your brother again? Tell me the truth. It's really suspicious that one of Kevin's colleagues is in the hospital right now after a car accident. Something went wrong with his car, which led to the crash. He just had surgery and is still in a coma.
What? So it was Kevin's colleague, but not Kevin himself? It can't be!
Did you know anything about the car accident, Edwin? Tell me honestly.
Are you daydreaming, Ashley? I don't know anything about that stupid accident. I don't even know who Kevin's colleague is. Don't even think about dragging me into his mess. All I want to know is when I'm going to receive the money you promised me, the $100,000.
I know you're lying, Edwin. You can't fool me. I know you know something about Kevin's colleague's accident.
What? What do you mean? I already told you I'm innocent. I don't know anything. If you're gonna mess with me, then go somewhere else. This is not your playground. All I care about is my money.
I already checked the footage from the car park and I saw everything you did to Kevin's colleague's car. You deliberately inserted a nail into the tire, resulting in its blowout and ultimately causing the car crash. It appears that you mistakenly targeted Kevin's colleague's car instead of Kevin's car. Your actions are deplorable and heartless, Edwin. You intentionally endangered your brother's life once again. It's clear to me that you are beyond redemption. Your atrocious crime warrants imprisonment, where you will have ample time to contemplate your misdeeds. Rest assured, the authorities are en route to apprehend you. Prepare yourself for a lengthy sentence in prison. Given the gravity of your actions, it's highly probable that you will face a lifetime of incarceration.
What? Are you serious? A lifetime of incarceration? That's not funny at all. You can't do this to me. This is all your fault. You're the one who made me this way. You're the one who should be in prison, not me. I was just trying to get justice for myself. What's wrong with that? Answer me, old woman. You can't leave me like this. You're my mother. Does your son mean nothing to you? Hello? Ashley!
Finally, Edwin has been incarcerated for his abhorrent crime against an innocent individual. Despite Edwin being my son, his actions are utterly unforgivable. And I'm strangely relieved knowing that he will now have the opportunity to contemplate his misdeeds behind bars. I extended my deepest sympathy to Kevin's colleague, who endured the consequences of Edwin's malicious behavior. I'm profoundly ashamed of Edwin's actions. Fortunately, Kevin's colleague recovered relatively swiftly, and they have graciously accepted my apology and compensation. Kevin, on the other hand, continues to thrive in his career. As the more considerate son between the two, Kevin consistently demonstrates his care for me, providing unwavering support during challenging times. I'm confident that our bond as mother and son will only grow stronger as time passes.